Welcome to the Sumit Family Cafe.
Yay!
Family cafe.
It's a cafe tailored to students, serving all the modern culinary delights. You know, things like
Dal, lentil, rice, potato curries, the things which Indians love to eat on a daily routine.
Sure, it's small, slightly cramped, and it doesn't have any running water, but who needs water anyway in a place making and serving food? That's a minor inconvenience. I'm sure they'll find a way around that, right?
I can't believe my eyes. Well, I don't know what makes him think that he can take water from the bathroom and use it for the kitchen. That's not going to happen in my kitchen. He sprayed some holy water which was mixed with a cow urine.
Did you say cow urine?
Yeah, you heard it right.
Delicious. Toilet water and cow urine. Business is now officially open. Yeah, not exactly the most sanitary or the most profitable for that matter.
Maybe this is why people get sick a lot when they eat in India. Are these people delusional? Am I the only one realizing we didn't make any money today?
Yeah, this has the makings of a disaster, an unsanitary, unprofitable disaster. But before we get to businessman Sumit's toilet water and cow urine cafe, let's rewind to the start and join Jenny and Sumit the day before the cafe is set to open.
The cafe now looks like a cafe. Construction's done, equipment is in, and today is just final touches. It's really exciting.
Now remember, this family endeavour, the family cafe, is going to be the entire source of income for everyone. There's a lot riding on it, but Jenny might be excited for another reason. You see, she sees this cafe as her ticket to freedom. As soon as they start making some money, Jenny's hoping that they'll be able to move out of Sumit's family home, get back to it being just the two of them being independent. So in order for that to happen, Jenny, who famously hates being in the kitchen, is ready to roll her sleeves up and contribute. So what is it she'll be doing?
Jenny, क्या बना रही हो?
Make coffee.
बस coffee.
So making coffee is also an art. Like if you make good coffee, it can be at the star of our menu.
Yeah, at least Sumit's supportive, but let's face it, he probably knows that it's better for everyone if Jenny doesn't get too involved in the cookery side of things. Besides, the unique thing about this cafe Jenny and Sumit both excitedly tell us is that we're the only place in the entire area that has a coffee machine. All the other restaurants and cafes serve instant coffee, so us grinding and making fresh coffee is going to help appeal to a wide audience, they hope. So while that may be true, while it makes sense in theory, Sumit is well aware that he's under a lot of pressure. His entire family are relying on him and this idea working out.
When I first showed the location to my family, everybody seemed disappointed. But I want to show them that the location is so good that we will gonna get good customer over here.
Now, tomorrow will be a kind of soft launch mixed with a blessing ceremony. Not only will a priest be coming round to bless their new place of work, but a bunch of locals will also be coming round to sample what they have on offer. This will be their opportunity to impress potential customers. Get this right, and the cafe could become successful quickly. But get it wrong, and it's going to be very difficult to reverse a bad first impression. So this is an exciting but stressful time. There's a lot that they need to do before they'll be ready to cater to people tomorrow. A lot of cleaning, cooking, food prep, and just generally getting used to their new premises, the tight, cramped space, and all of their new equipment.
Don't break anything, Jenny.
Now, everyone slots into gear and begins working together to get done. Jenny's familiarising herself with the coffee machine. Sumit is hanging up signs and cleaning everywhere. And Sumit's mum, Sadhna, is standing by the stove, cooking. And as for Sumit's dad, well, he's busy going backwards and forwards, washing the potatoes. But hold on a minute, I thought this place had no running water. Where exactly is he washing the potatoes? When Sumit catches wind of this and goes to investigate. What he sees shocks him.
I can't believe my eyes. Well, I don't know what makes him think that he can take water from the bathroom and use it for the kitchen. That's not going to happen in my kitchen.
Talk about unhygienic. That water from the bathroom is unfiltered. It's not suitable for human consumption. It's absolutely not what they should be washing and preparing food with. Like, how's that for a good first impression, making all your potential customers ill? Like, Sumit, who, let's not forget, is a chef, is floored that his parents didn't realise or think of this. Like, he angrily confronts his dad, tells his dad to stop, and then marches up to his mum and tells her, everything that you've cooked today, all your hard work, now has to be thrown away. Which, it's safe to say, doesn't go down too well.
ये फेंकना पड़ेगा क्यों? क्योंकि पानी तो वहीं से आया टॉयलेट के पास से कि ये बहुत बेसिक चीज है।
वो जाओ बस बहुत हो गया अब क्यों हमारी बेइज्जती कर रहा है।
While Sumit's mum and dad maintain that this is the norm, they've spoken to other restaurant owners nearby and they all do the same thing, apparently. Sumit absolutely will not let this fly in his cafe. I mean, the very fact that Sumit is getting stern with his parents shows how seriously he takes this. But they're not happy with him. They feel insulted and humiliated by the fact that he's just exposed this practice in front of everyone. But ultimately, they're also not happy that he was the one that chose a cafe with no suitable running water. Like, what do you want us to do? How do you want us to prepare things? They ask him. If you've got a better idea, then show us. Like, what's your alternative? And while he doesn't have an answer to that, it is indeed something that Sumit should have thought about. All in all, with tempers already getting frayed, and with all the food that they've spent all day making now having to be thrown in the garbage, this has turned out to be a disastrous start to their new business.
Maybe this is why people get sick a lot when they eat in India.
All the hard work is gone. We are planning to do opening tomorrow. I don't know how we will even able to run the cafe.
Yeah, on this evidence, it's not looking good. Now, when we join them the next morning, the four of them are again headed to the cafe early to try and make up for all the lost time, money and effort of yesterday. Sumit admits they're all cranky, they're all tired, but they're going to need to get their act together and pull through because today is the day of the blessing and their soft launch. We need this to go well, he says.
This blessing ceremony is a big thing for all the businesses in the market. A lot of people are coming and we're going to hand out a sample of our food in order to advertise our cafe.
Thankfully, this time they have come a little bit more prepared. Sumit has thankfully brought with him a large jug of filtered water, although, to be honest, it still doesn't really seem like it's enough to both cook, clean and make all the coffees with. But still, nonetheless, it's a heck of a lot better than cooking with toilet water. Now, going back to the whole blessing ceremony, Sumit explains that this is a very big deal. It's not just the ceremony itself, he tells us, but it's also the special timing of today.
This particular ceremony become extra special because it's on an auspicious day where the planets and stars are aligned, which helps us to get more blessings from the god.
Now, we know from the past just how seriously Sumit and his family take astrology. And I mean, judging by how things have been going so far, they are going to need all the help that they can get. But so too is Jenny. Like, remember how earlier when the roles were being assigned, Jenny said that she'd be working on the coffee station. She'd be preparing all the coffees, right? Well, it turns out not only does she not know how to make food, but she also has no clue how to make coffee with this big fancy new machine either.
I feel like I need to take a coffee making class.
I'm here. I'll teach you. That's not an issue.
Temper this and steam that. I'm in way over my head here.
Jenny's not exactly a great help in this business, is she? I mean, put it this way, if she wasn't family, you wouldn't really be hiring her for this role. Now, her sister-in-law Shri is very patient and kind. She patiently walks her through everything again and again. But Jenny still seems like she's lost. It's all going in one ear, out the other. Truth is, she's in way over her head. I understand that learning things after a certain age does get more difficult, but honestly, Jenny is really getting herself into a tizzy here.
I mean, what the hell did I get into? My fingers are crossed. Everything works out. We'll see. I already forget what to do.
Yeah, something tells me Jenny isn't going to be winning Employee of the Month anytime soon. She might in fact end up being more of a hindrance than a help, and that, I think, is going to end up grating on people. Now, while Jenny struggles to prepare a cup of coffee, the blessing ceremony begins. So the Hindu priest is sprinkling a mixture of holy water and cow urine. This mixture is being sprinkled indiscriminately everywhere, over people, furniture, items, food, like the lot. Now, of course, that might not sound super sanitary, spreading urine in the same area where food is getting prepared. But you've got to remember, in India, this is accepted. In fact, more than that, not just accepted, but holy. Like, it's very important to Sumit and his family.
Cow urine is considered very religious and pure in my culture.
Did you say cow urine?
Yeah, you heard it right. Cow is a holy animal above anyone.
Yeah, as you may recall, this isn't the first time that we've heard about cow urine being used in blessing or cleansing ceremonies in India. Remember TJ and Kim? If you fancy a trip down memory lane, I'll include a link to that video. It's one of my favourites. I'll include a link to that and also the video that I prepared not that long ago, a few months ago, about what happened to them since we last saw them on our screens. It's a pretty insane story, so if you missed it, then you might want to watch that next. Either way, Jenny, like Kim, whether or not she respects the culture, is quite grossed out and unsure about this whole ritual.
Throwing cow urine around while you're cooking? We would never do something like that in America.
You use holy water, we use cow urine.
Now, she might not get it, but Jenny does roll with it. When in Rome, I guess is the saying that's applicable here. As we know, Jenny has always been very respectful about Sumit's culture, so for as uncomfortable as this makes her feel, she's not going to rock the boat for something he deems very important and holy. So with their new business now blessed, they begin serving food. They start by serving free samples to everyone who's come from the neighbourhood for the blessing ceremony.
We're just making a buzz that yes, we are here in the market. From tomorrow onwards, please do come in and enjoy more different varieties of foods and coffees.
The food seems to be received quite well. Like by Sumit's estimates, they serve hundreds of plates of it, and everyone seems to enjoy it. But Jenny isn't happy. You see, in her mind, when she thought they were giving out samples of their food, she didn't think it would mean serving full plates. Like, seeing how much food they've served now has left her quite concerned.
All I saw was food going out the door and no money coming in. I know how important this was, but we made no money.
You just know what Jenny's thinking to herself, right? She doesn't outright come out and say it, but no doubt in her mind, she's thinking to herself, how is it that we can afford to feed all these people when I can't even afford to rent my own home? Like, I get it to an extent, like she does have a point, but as Sumit and Shri try to reassure her, consider this a marketing cost. It's an investment. Yes, we're spending a bit of money, but we want people to taste our food and come back. Now, whether that plan will work remains to be seen. But despite Shri and Sumit reassuring Jenny that it will be okay, Jenny has had a very sudden case of, oh my dear God, who have I just gone into business with?
Are these people delusional? Am I the only one realizing we didn't make any money today? On top of all the food we had to throw away.
The cafe has yet to have their first paying customer. And already, what with the toilet water fiasco, the cow urine, the food in the garbage, and now all the free samples, Jenny is starting to question everything. I get why she's a little concerned. Yes, spending money to acquire customers is one thing, but going all in on a cafe that has no running water with people who don't really know what they're doing is another thing altogether. Add into the mix the fact that you're working with family, and this might be, pardon the pun, a recipe for disaster.
Now I'm worried it's going to take us longer to start making any money, and we might be stuck living with the family forever.
For as well as Jenny and Sumit's family are getting on at the moment, for the most part, that does not mean that Jenny intends to live there forever. She wants to get out of there as fast as possible, and every plate that she sees going out of the door at the moment feels to her like her dream is getting further and further away. Jenny's frustrated. She's frustrated, cranky, tired, and feeling like she's in over her head. And as we all know, that combination when it comes to Jenny could well lead to a volatile outcome. Yeah, if day one of the family cafe is anything to go by, I don't think it will be too long before we see one of Jenny's famous eruptions.